I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay, and I pity any girl who isn't me today. La 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 la. Hey, this is Lisa Robbin Young, and welcome to Creative Freedom, your dose of inspiration and education to help you build a noble empire and live an inspired life without selling your soul. This week, I'm answering a question that appeared on my Facebook page. Jessica Lynn Sage asked about getting help in your business. She said that would be a great topic to get some feedback on, how to hire help and let go and trust. So, Jessica, this episode's for you. Recently, I was fortunate enough to have a photo shoot for new pictures for the blog as well as my new album. So I had to put together a team to make it happen. Now, this is a great all-around example of hiring help because sometimes you pay for help, sometimes you don't, sometimes you have a long-term relationship with someone you hire, sometimes you don't, sometimes you know what you're looking for, and sometimes you don't even know where to begin. Regardless of the amount of payment or the length of time your team members are with you, a solid team can't be had if you don't, as you said, Jessica, let go and trust your team to do their best work. This photo shoot was a great example of all these dynamics at play. Let me break it down for you. See, I have a VA and she is amazing. She handles specific things for me, like running my weekly reports and occasional posts on social media. She is a great example of a long-term business relationship. I pay her to add her awesomeness to my business, and she shines at what she does. She's actually my fifth support person, and it's a living, breathing relationship that we have, meaning things change from time to time, and we've learned how to work with each other and communicate our needs and goals so that we can both excel and succeed in our genius zones. Like any long-term relationship, it takes work, but she also makes it very easy for me because she is a whiz at so many things. But for these photos, I needed specific help for a specific task, and it didn't make sense to have her pick my clothes, do my hair, do my makeup, scout my locations, or take the pictures. She's on the other side of the continent for one thing, and that's not what I hired her for. I don't want to pull her away from doing what she does so well. And yet I knew I couldn't do this by myself, so I had to get help in other ways. I asked my friend Pam to come over and help me figure out my wardrobe. I wanted clothes that felt comfortable to me and that didn't make me look too raggedy on film. Pam's got a great eye for fashion, and she and I had gone shopping together in the past, something that I really don't like to do. Pam makes picking out clothing an effortless adventure for me, so I was very grateful that she said yes. Now, I didn't pay Pam for her help, but I surely needed her help or I would have looked like I'd just gotten in off the plat. Whether or not you're paying someone, look at their track record and your history with them. Do you get along? How well do they do the task that you're asking of them? If you can't trust them to be competent at their tasks, you'll always be micromanaging. Start with small tasks. Pam and I went shopping last year, and I still wear the clothes that she helped pick out. I like the way they fit and the way they feel, and I like the compliments I get when I wear them. She already had credibility in my mind when it came to picking out clothes, so it was easy for me to ask her for help. My photographer was another story. I knew her many years ago, but not as a photographer. So when I put out the call on Facebook for help, she stepped up. I already knew her personality, so I knew I liked her, but I wasn't sure she had the skills to do what I wanted. So I checked out her portfolio. I loved what she'd done for other people, and I checked to see if she'd done anything remotely similar to what I wanted for myself. She did! Any employer worth their salt is going to check credentials when their brand is on the line. Photos are one of the most personal reflections of my brand, so it's important that they look good and that they convey what I want them to convey. A bad picture will do more harm than good when you're a personality-based business like I am. So I was happy to see that her portfolio reflected exactly the kind of look and feel that I wanted for my photo shoot. Plus, when I asked her about specific poses, styles, and techniques that I wanted, she was open to learning more about them before our shoot so that she was confident she could deliver. That was important to me. Now, when it came time to do hair and makeup, I was at a loss because I didn't know anyone that had the skills that was available for what I was looking for. But my photographer did. She recommended someone who not only taught cosmetology, she was also a photographer, so she understood how to do makeup for the camera, which is a completely different thing than dances and public appearances. And since I trusted my photographer, I trusted her referral. But I also had a backup plan. By having more than one person in the room during the hair and makeup session, I knew that I would get some honest feedback about how I really looked. My friend Ted, who managed the location in which we were shooting, was great about giving me another perspective on the entire shoot. It takes a village sometimes, and when it does, trust is a big factor. If you can't trust the people you're working with, you're going to be hard-pressed to see the success that you're aiming for. So here are 4 steps and 1 tip to help you bridge the trust gap. Step 1, know exactly what you need. From web design to office support, one of the things that bugs most team members is scope creep. They think you're hiring them for one thing, and then you start changing what you're asking for because you didn't really know what you wanted in the first place. Create a job description. Know the scope of the task to the best of your ability. And the tip is to start small. It's better to hire someone for one small project first than to offload a huge project, because if something small falls through the cracks, the world probably won't end. But if your whole project goes off the rails, well. Step 2, start with who you know. When it comes down to it, working with people that have a solid track record makes it easier right from the start. If you don't know anyone that's available, then go to step 3, ask for referrals. Ask the people you trust for referrals. Use your social media channels to put the word out. That's what I did. See who shows up and who raises their hand. And if you don't know anyone to ask, then you've got to do more research. That's step 4. Hop into some online groups that serve the people you're looking to hire. Google it. Grab a phone book. Oh my goodness. Then when you find some people, look at their portfolio. Not necessarily their credentials. Look for the actual results that they provided for other people. And then check references. Websites are marketing tools, and by nature, they are designed to put the business in the best possible light. You want to see where the shadows are. Like book reviews on Amazon, it's important to see the full spectrum of what you might be getting yourself into. Once you've found a few people that look viable, interview them. If this feels like a job interview, that's because it is. I've had conversations with every one of the team members before this photo shoot to make sure that we were all on the same page. It's up to you to do the same for your business. So now let me hear from you. Did I leave anything out that Jessica Lynn needs to know? What successes or horror stories do you have about getting help that can give Jessica Lynn an edge in finding the support she needs to grow her business? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's be a rising tide for everyone. If you like this video and want to be the first to see more just like it, then subscribe to my channel and share me around with your friends, because a mind is a terrible thing to waste. And there's always more where this came from. For inspiring songs, stories, and tools to help you build a noble empire and live an inspired life, come see what's shaking over at LisaRobbinYoung.com. You know you want to.